Don't just stay there saying that and complaining and murmuring, and blaming people. You can go out there and literally make stuff work. So the buck stop with me.
Jumbo great people, yes, it's another Friday that we are here. I know every Friday we wait for it like yani ni kama inakawia kufika because of this biggest show online platform. And I tell you, this is one of the most watched, not only here in local, also it's accepted internationally because our diaspora people watch this program, also our local people. So tunashukuru sana sana. Welcome to our show. Hashtag Feel Good Friday with Wachiuri. And I tell you, I'm excited because of our topic. They have been fire. And today's topic as well, it's fiery. But before then, allow me to introduce our able mentor, our servant. Apende jina ingine nasema, yes, we are servant, Mr. Wachiuri.
Thank you, DJ Covenant.
Karibu sana.
I value you.
I value you too.
Thank you.
How was your week?
Wow, the week was good, and we must thank all our viewers, out there. And DJ Covenant, I think you are very humbled. For the last couple of shows, we have been having thousands of people, watching this particular program. And it is very humbling that some people are even coming to our offices to say, George, you really... George and DJ Covenant, you really transformed my life. And when we hear that, it makes us stronger. And the week has been amazing. I got a lot of messages, from these discussions of generosity, philanthropy, servant leadership, and we can't, it's very humbling. I would say so, yes.
Talking of generosity, last Friday, we had a very interesting topic, benefit of generosity. And I tell you, myself, I've practiced it. And I know people also practice it. Yes. Perhaps we can recap the benefits. What were those benefits?
Of course, we are saying that, generosity is willingness to give.
Very simple.
It doesn't say what. Either to give your time, to give your services, to give your resources, or to give something to make the world a better place, or something to lift the humanity. And we quoted Mother Teresa of Calcutta, whereby he said, if you cannot support 100, you can only support one. So generosity is a call to everyone to make sure that we make things better. And we say there are many benefits last Friday.
Yes.
We talked about when you give, you also gain.
Exactly.
We also said when you give, you feel kind of emotional well-being.
Yes.
You feel good that you are lifting somebody. And of course, we refer back to the Bible, to the man who was called Cornelius.
Yes.
And this man was a giver. And when he was praying, God told him, because you have been giving alms to the poor, your prayers have been heard. Maybe our viewers, there are things you have been trusting God for, and every morning you are praying. Maybe the only thing you need to do is to be philanthropic. The only thing you require to do for your business to grow is to give. The only thing you need to do for your children to prosper in the society is to support an orphan there, is support maybe the Optiven Foundation to pick the way we pick children from 47 counties. So there is a key. Giving is a key to prosperity. And whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, or Hindu, or whatever person, people who practice giving, there's always a way, doors open. Look at Aga Khan Foundation. The other day I went to train them in Mombasa on leadership. And they have projects across the globe. Why? They have learned the trick. They have learned the art, the science of giving. This morning we had the children from one of the slums, Madare slum.
Yes.
And we were also able to support them.
Wow.
2 weeks ago, I went to Kenyatta National Hospital. We gave a personal donation as a foundation to support the cancer caregivers and cancer patients so that when they come from the villages, they are able to have accommodation. They are calling it the Hope Hostel. That is in Kenyatta National Hospital. Yes. And we took a step further, went to Kenyatta National Hospital and gave our donation and made also an appeal for people out there to also support these Hope Hostels, that people are able to be accommodated. And we are saying that this is the only way we can be able to express our generosity. And you can imagine, if 52 million Kenyans can give something to this particular Hope Hostel. We can find Kenyatta National Hospital building this hostel so that our brothers and sisters, when they come from Kisii, they come from Mombasa, they come from Garissa, to tend their sick patients, they are able to live somewhere without harassment.
Look at that. Incredible. Out of generosity, all those things can happen. At the same time, when we had that show for benefits of generosity, we had one of our friend, that is Mr. Gikonyo.
Ah, yes.
Gave out a wheelchair.
Yes.
Look at that.
We thank God.
Out of that. So we continue, if you are out there, because we have a biggest program that is called Mobility That Brings Smile, that you need to donate just one wheelchair and make someone smile. When you make that person smile, you also become happier.
Oh, yes.
Benefit of generosity.
Actually, DJ Covenant, you know, after our show, the benefits of generosity,
Yes.
I never knew that Optiven staff were listening.
Oh.
Last week,
Yes.
there's a team, they call themselves the Team of Champions. They also donated a wheelchair and some money. You know, they also donate some money.
Wow.
And they have a particular children home. They said this money is going to buy food for this home. And I'm sure that this is very humbling, because sometimes when you do this show, even internal customers, they are listening. And I've seen Optiven staff donating wheelchairs. And maybe you are there, you are saying, hey, George and DJ Covenant, how can we partner with this vibrant foundation? And remember, DJ Covenant, our foundation, Optiven Foundation, we have been honored as the best foundation in Africa by The Voice magazine. DJ Covenant went with you to Githongori.
Yes.
And you saw the way those cerebral palsy. Maybe you can tell them, how was the experience?
I tell you, that was one moment that I felt, yes, the whole world need to know this. Not because we are being generous. It was moving. You could see these people having, even they're happier. That person, you could see the mobility is now enabled. He can come out of house, go and sunbask, and do some few other things there. And even the mothers were very happy. They would feel now, yes, you've allowed my kid, now is able to move from one place to another, and now I can do a few other things. So see how much you're helping. Not only that one person, but a chain of people that who take their time and help that guy.
I think generosity is something very interesting.
It is.
God expects us, DJ Covenant, our viewers, to be generous, to be giver. Look at the air we are breathing right now at Barclays Plaza 14th floor. This air is given for free.
Yes.
If God withdraws the air, me and you will be at Nairobi Hospital getting oxygen.
Yes.
Our viewers could be in the hospital, but God has given you permission to breathe in, breathe out. God has given you permission to walk. You have the legs. So when you talk about mobility that brings smile, donating these wheelchairs to people, and I'm so happy that the Optiven Foundation, they are taking care of entire logistics. How they share will be able to reach Garissa or Kisii or Mombasa or Nyeri. It is the responsibility of the foundation. You know, we went to Loitoktok, we went to Kiambu, we went to Muranga, we went to Mombasa. So we are able to deliver these wheelchairs to the beneficiaries. And one thing I like about Kenyan people are givers. The other day, DJ Covenant, somebody gave 20 wheelchairs. Wow. And if you are there, maybe people in diaspora have gotten a lot of emails that, George, I have wheelchairs in the US. Pay for the shipment. No, we are telling you, if you want to donate those wheelchairs delivered to Optiven Foundation at Barclays Plaza, 14th floor. Pay for that shipment. You never know. The money you're going to spend to pay for the shipment, I can guarantee you, you'll read back.
Wow, excellent. Tell a friend and tell a friend that we are Facebook Live at George Wachiuri at DJ Covenant. And tell them, there's a huge movement happening online. Yes, hashtag Feel Good Friday with Wachiuri. It's a big movement. And I'm happy that it's creating even room for shows. We are glad that, Mr. George, you are going to even shows the biggest television networks that we have locally. We thank God for that because of this platform. So tell a friend and tell a friend that they need to tune in and listen to today's show. And I'm also surprised as you extend the generosity.
Yes.
Not only on those things like mobility that brings price, but also on our projects. Like when you talk of Solomonic Gate, you know, you could have said, no, you guys, I will sell you the land, you go do the gate. But you still extend that generosity. Tell us about that gate.
Let me say that, you know, generosity is not only when you are giving. It's about even the way you do your work.
Wow.
You know, when you do our projects, we've done over 70 projects. When you do these particular projects, we put the shoes of a customer, the shoes of a family member. And the time we plan these particular projects, we ask ourselves, this project in 100 years, how will it look? That's why we say that we have one project that really amazing me personally. It's called A Man Reach the Place of Peace. And I remember when we went there, we called our bishop and told our bishop, pray for this particular project. Not for us to sell quickly, but pray for this particular project, that the people who are going to set palatial homes there, they are going to experience peace, they are going to experience joy, there's going to be no fighting, no divorce, and the children are not going to get involved in drugs. And we made declarations to that particular project. So when we went to go on planning, we said, wait a minute, we are praying for families to live happily in this particular project. What can we do? First of all, we did something crazy, something funny, and we said, many people do 9-meter road. We said, why can't we double? Let's be generous to the communities, for communities to come. And we did 18 meters road. That's about 40 feet wide road. It's like Kenha Road within the project. And when people come and see, they ask us, George, are you okay in your mind? How can you give red soil to people like this? When you did the gate, right now the gate is 70% done. People are coming to see that Solomonic gate. They are amazed. They are actually gazing. They are asking, wait a minute, is this Optiven gate or what is it? And we tell them, we want you, when you enter that particular gate, entering a man reach, we want you to feel emotionally encouraged. We want you to feel spiritually inspired. We want you to feel that you are actually entering a home of peace, the place of peace. Wow. I can't wait when our engineers do the roads, because this project is going to amaze people. Because power alone is underground. We are doing solar street lighting with a guarantee of 30 years. We are doing trees. When people do trees, they do bottle brushes. Trees that germinate, grow quickly, 2 years they dry up. We are doing oak. So we are looking at 200 years to come, 100 years to come. We are leaving a legacy. Wow. And of course, the project is not congested. We have less than 350 families within the project. What about if you see the architectural design? We got a Jadwong. Wow. Man, this guy is one of the best architects in this republic. And he's doing 7 architectural designs, whereby DJ Covenant comes, you pick the design, and then you say, George, this is the house I want. And then there's a way we are placing those houses in the project, not the way we do in other estates. You'll be shown the beacons, where to put the wall. And you cannot start construction before our clerk of works gives you a go-ahead. We have a deed of covenant, because we want to put order, not for only today, but 100 years to come. And let me tell you, DJ Covenant, the place to retire in this Republic of Kenya is a man reach the place of peace. And I'm happy that most of our viewers, you have come, you have picked, and they told us, give us 24 months to pay. We are giving you installments. You can also pay cash. Those who are paying cash, DJ Covenant, you know where we are taking them. Maybe you can tell them, tunawapeleka wapi?
I needed them to pause on that.
Yes.
You wait on that, we tell you how we are going to extend that generosity to Mombasa.
Wow.
Because we need to dive in back to our topic, today's topic.
Oh, yes.
You notice that we have a lot of things to tell you, but allow us today to talk about, let's first of all go to our topic, and then we'll tell you about the Mombasa trip. You don't want to miss that. Today's topic, go out there, make things happen.
Wow.
Interesting one. Go out there. Yes. First of all, there's an act. Go out there. Yes, I want to know, how do we go out there? How do we make things happen? And Mr. George, let's dive into it. How do you make things happen?
Wow. When I was preparing this topic, I was wondering, we talked about generosity for 2 Fridays. And then they said, wait a minute, what should be the next topic? And this one came in my mind. Go out there and make things happen. We are in an environment whereby most of our people, we are wired to complain. Everything going wrong, we say, ni serikali. Serikali's idea. Who is the government? You need to go out there as a person to make things work. If you are driving on the road, don't overlap because you don't see the policeman. You are the person to make things work. Make our traffic lights work. If you are going there in the hospital, and the hospital is not working, give feedback. Don't wait tomorrow to give feedback. You know where the leadership is. If you come to Optiven, you are not served well. You know the number of George Wachiuri. Just lift the phone, do that email, make things work. Say, George, wait a minute. The way you are doing stuff is not good. Make things work. You are doing a business, and you have been in that business for years and years. You can't experience growth. Why? You are rotating. You are going around the mountain like the children of Israel. Remember, the journey to the promised land was only like 2 weeks. But they were there for 40 years. And there are many of us going around the mountain, around the desert. They are not able to make things work. You can be able to change things the way they are done and say, maybe upgrade your talents, upgrade your thinking capacity, upgrade your emotional capacity, and then you are able to make things happen. Don't just stay there saying that and complaining and murmuring, and blaming people. You can go out there and literally make stuff work. So the buck stop with me.
Start with me.
Exactly. That's where the buck stops. The buck stops with you. You can be able to make things happen. This issue of blame game has made our people to have what I call mediocrity. Because they blame people, they blame their parents, they never went to high school because their parents were poor. You can be able to rejuvenate, to rejig. You can rejig yourself and go to the next step. So it all depends on you. Go out there and make things happen.
Wow. Do we go to the how? How do you make those things happen?
It's easy. We can be able to go to the how. And many times, especially people who are in career, there's a simple way you can make things happen. Make a very good plan per week. You say, this week I want to achieve only 3 major things. Write those things down. Pursue them with a laser sharp focus, with determination, with commitment. Things will work. You are running your business out there and you're wondering, how do I double the revenue? Put those targets down. Pursue them with commitment, with discipline. And that target, you'll achieve it. They say that human beings are on vibration mode. So if your vibration is a positive vibration, you attract positive vibration. If your vibration is negative vibration, you attract negative vibration. That means if your confessions are positive, you got positive results. If your confessions are negative, automatically the world, the universe has got sufficient negativity. You'll find that negativity coming to you. That's why we say when you are sick, you say, I am strong, I am healed. The body is able to fight the sickness and you get well. Number 2, create a reward system for yourself. Every time you make things happen and you are happy, you are smiling, reward yourself. If you say there are people who have a bad habit of harassing their spouses, you say, this week I'm not going to harass anyone. If you succeed a whole week, you have not harassed your spouse, buy yourself coffee.
Tutajinunulia. Tutanunua sana hiyo.
Or maybe some are in school, you say, immediately I do my exam and I get grade B or grade B plus or A plus, reward yourself. That way of rewarding yourself enhances your self-esteem. It enhances your energy from within. And this one can be able to make things happen. Number 3, choose priorities. The world is full of options. The world is full of many options. And you can be able to pick the best priority. Look at this guy we are celebrating a few weeks ago. This guy I really like. Eliud Kipchoge. He had his priorities. And his success came because he knew his priority. His priority is to make sure that he can run within under 2 hours. And he set that priority, said 1.59. And you all know what happened.
Amazing.
So if you don't set our own priorities, I can tell you, DJ Covenant, you'll be hovering from one estate to another. You'll be doing one business to another. You must prioritize exactly what you want to achieve in life. Make that thing that you have prioritized work. And it will work.
Wow.
Number 4, be persistent. Persistence pays. I also give the same example of Kip. This guy started racing in the year 2003. So he has 17 years experience. But due to his persistence, he was able to be celebrated across the globe. The sponsor, this guy called Jim Redcliffe.
Yes.
I hope that's the pronunciation.
Yes.
He also identified this fellow, and as he made a champion, he also became a champion.
Look at that.
But remember this guy is also a good guy. If you are there in a classroom, in a university, don't think that the guy who beats you is a bad guy. Have abundance mentality. You can say you can all be winners. You are out there running a restaurant, and your neighbor, you find your neighbor getting more clients. Don't be jealous. Have abundance mentality. You can be able to get clients, all of you. And if all Kenyan people, all African people, we can have abundance mentality, we can be able to change this nation. Maybe you've opened a church there. The neighboring church in a jar, have abundance mentality. And God will give you your own flock. So we can be able to open up. And of course, lastly, put the whole you in whatever you do. Put the whole effort, the whole energy in what you plan to do in life. Go out there and make things happen. Go out there. Move out of your cocoon. Move out of your comfort zone. Move out. Go out there and make things happen. You are a farmer. Think on how your farm can be the best. Have that abundance mentality. Let me tell you, when I look at Kenya today, there is no need for competition. We have sufficient opportunities in this republic. Look at telecom. We have many people who don't have mobile phones. These are opportunities.
Yes.
Look at where we are, real estate. We have 61% of our people in the city of Nairobi. They are in the informal sector, according to United Nations statistics. This is a huge market. So when you compete with others, that is scarcity mentality. Compete with yourself. And you also borrow from this guy called Eliud Kipchoge. He said he's not going to run to beat the world record. He had the world record with him.
Yes.
But he went back and said, I want to beat humanity record. I think that was very inspiring. What do you think?
It was a huge one.
It was a huge one.
We never saw it coming.
Yeah, and then people say, no human, no human can run 42.
In fact, some people are confessing that.
Yeah, no human.
No human.
And then the guy said, I refuse to listen to pessimists.
Look at that.
I accept to be positive. And the rest is a story.
It's a history.
Yeah.